guys, time for a little update video. I've now got 126,000 and change on my M3. Actually, let me double check. 126,251 on my M3. And oh, you know what? I don't know if I showed you guys a close-up of the splatter trim. I'm a big fan of this. And I had it on my E92 M3. And I found a set for sale that was done by, I think this was either painted by IND or possibly Auto Couture, I'm not really sure. But I made a set on my E92 M3 and I really liked it. So I ended up just buying this when I found the set come available online for sale. So update time, yeah. You would notice, just by looking at the car here, that at least one thing has changed, right? Gone are the 219 M's. Trying to hold this camera steady. It's also like 20 degrees out. My hands are cold. So you'll remember that I had a 219M wheel crack on me, and because of that I was debating what to do with the with my wheels, right? So along the search for wheels, I stumbled upon something else that I picked up. Let me give you a little hint here. Let me see if you guys can see it. See it yet? Anybody see it? Anybody picking it up? Here, let me zoom in. You see it now? You see it now? Oh, you should see it now, right? So I picked up the StopTech ST60 kit, a used kit, for a little over $2,000. It's the 380 mil by 35. It has the upgraded full floating race hardware, which does mean it makes a little bit of noise as I drive. It almost sounds like knocking, but it is I think it's just the rotors kind of floating around slightly on the hubs. So yeah, I got the 380 mil kit and I was hoping I could get the 219Ms to fit. People will claim that they will, but the tolerance was just not enough for me. It wasn't sufficient enough in my mind, so I ended up buying a new set of wheels. I mean, I didn't want to spend $700 for two pairs of front wheels, because that's about what the 219Ms were going for. It was about, God, $350 a piece or something like that, if you could find them used. Or you'd find some people selling a whole set of 219Ms for like $1,200 bucks. And I really wasn't trying to spend that much change when I could get something that was wider and lighter weight, which is why I ended up with these Apex EC7s. I picked up four 18 by 10 EC7s after not Cyber Monday, whatever, right after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. And then I thought to myself, I don't really want to find winter tires to put on those wide ass tires, so I bought another two 18 by 9s in the front. And yeah, you'll actually see there's some markings on the tires here. That's from, I gotta clean that up. After we did the brake kit install, we found a leak after on the drive home, but there's some splatter marks from the brake fluid on the wheels or tires. So like I said, 18 by 9s in the front, and I'm reusing my stock tire sizes. So it's 245 40 18s on an 18 by 9 ET31, and the back is an 18 by 10 ET25, and I'm running the 265 40s. And you can see there's pretty much no stretch on them. They look good. They could have came this way. And these wheels are significantly lighter than the 219Ms or any of the wheels that BMW offered. I'm also running a 12mm spacer from ECS tuning on all four corners, so you know that changes the effective offset a little bit. So that's the major update. Brakes and the wheels, and man, it's looking good. Oh, you know what else? I washed this car yesterday. Doesn't it look clean? I've got a few marks from the track day because we were doing some exercises on tracks with cones, and I did end up sliding into one, which was, I think you can kind of see the mark right there. It'll come off. I just haven't bothered yet because, you know, daily M3. Another shot from the rear. God, I love this car. And on the side. So, yeah, I did wash the car. The brakes were making a little bit of noise, but that's just because of the full floating rotor hardware that is on this. Again, is 380mm, and with the floating hardware, you can actually see those pins right there. So they're not perfectly circular, they're kind of oval shape. And the two materials, the hub is a different material than the friction disc is made up of. And because they expand at different rates by having the floating hardware, it allows them to expand and contract at different rates. It just keeps everything straighter and is supposed to help with pad knockback on inside the caliper. Haven't been out on the track with it yet. I just got them installed 2 weeks ago, and it's, you know, it's already first week of January and it's freaking cold. But yeah, I think, let me see, am I missing something? Brakes, tires, wheels, car wash, did a track day. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, if you guys don't know, I own rightfootdown.com, so check them out. It is an automotive website with, ideally, well, hopefully we're trying to do all things kind of tuner related, although we do get press cars because it's just kind of part of the game. And we're going to be going up to Detroit this weekend for the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. So we'll be up there a couple days. If you're there, you know, shout out, maybe we can meet up. That's cool. Any other M owners or just anybody that just likes chatting cars, man. I'm all about kind of the tuner and enthusiast market and what's going on with those. I'm going to try to get out to maybe PRI this year, hopefully, fingers crossed. SEMA would be cool, I guess, but I think PRI is a little bit more exciting for people that like modified cars and tuner cars and actual performance cars. So yeah, God, I feel like I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I had a note here that said, oh, I wanted to talk about, let's see, latest mods. Oh yeah, I had the PFC 08s, put on stop techs, got 18x7s, 18x9s. There was a knocking sound that's coming from the hardware I'm running. Oh yeah, you know what else? Kind of a topic of discussion. So I got the 18x10s, right? And I've got 4 18x10s. I got four 18x10s, and I'm gonna run those. I want to run those in summer and run 275, 35, 18s all around. But I also still have my Michelin Pilot Super Sports in the factory 245, 265 size, and I'm thinking, well, I can probably get 350 or so. I've already had offers of $300 for those tires. They're probably half worn. They'll last me through summer. I can either use those on the 18x9s and 18x10s, run those this year, and then in 2018 find some 275s or something like that to run square setup on this car in the summer. So that's option one. Reuse my PSSs in the summer for street and track, or sell them for $300 now and use that $300 towards getting another set of summer tires, like maybe the AD08Rs or RS3s, or I don't know, there's a couple different options out there, but I'd probably end up spending like $800 to $1,000 on a set of summer track worthy tires to run square. So that's option one. Do I sell them now and get the $300, or wait and spend, you know, almost $1,000 later? And God, what else was on that list? Am I missing something? Summer tire. Oh yeah. So Bilstein EDCs. I've got 126,000 miles on the car, and no doubt the EDC system, which is the electronic dampening control, you know, you push the button on the center console here and it changes the dampening to different modes. Like right now it's in comfort, but if I go like this, it's in sport or normal. This is actually normal. So here we go. This is comfort, normal, and sport. So that's how that works, and it adjusts the dampers so that they're firmer, and it's noticeable, but it's not like super noticeable anymore with these Swift springs installed. So I was thinking about doing the Bilstein version of their EDC, which I think is cheaper than the OE shocks. Well, why would you go OE anyway, right? Because we have the aftermarket, and that would be very unlike RFD of me. So I'm probably going to do Bilsteins. What am I talking about? The other, you might be saying, well, why don't you go with coilovers? Well, coilovers, besides, coilovers can be expensive, and a good set of coilovers is going to run me what, like $2,000 or so, or more at least, and some of those might not even have camber plates in them. Not that I really need camber plates. Oh, you know what? I do need to replace my strut tops in the front anyway. When we did the Swift install, they kind of came off in two pieces and we put them back together. That could also possibly be associated to some of the knock that I'm hearing. But anyway, I'm thinking the Bilstein EDCs, because Bilstein's a good brand. I liked them on my other cars that I ran, and they can't possibly be any worse than these. So I'm probably going to try to pick up a set of Bilstein EDCs so I can retain that comfort, sport, and normal different modes on the car, and have a damper that's better suited to a spring like this. If I went with coilovers, I'm going to get in the car, guys, because it's cold. If I went with coilovers, I could, but I would then lose EDC functionality. So what's the point of these buttons here? And I hate having things that aren't actually functional in the car. And in addition to that, I would have to run, I think it's like an EDC eliminator to prevent the computer in here from, you know, throwing lights and going kind of haywire. So there's that. That's two reasons. That's one reason. Well, cost of coilovers, even though they are pretty good, no doubt. Cost and that. I mean, I don't track the car. It's primarily a daily driver. I just want it to perform okay at the track when I go. And I think the Bilstein EDCs is going to be the good option, the best option for me. Oh man, now that I'm sitting in front here, that's another thing I need to replace. Damn steering wheel trim. Everything in this interior is pretty great condition, honestly, for the age. But the steering wheel trim, I think anybody with an E92 or even hell E46s will notice and will tell you that this trim always peels. And it has been on the door, but I started to peel that up. It's not really so noticeable now, but yeah, it's a lot cleaner than it was. I just peeled that shit off. I'm not going to peel this off because it's glossy, and I don't want that glossy finish. I should probably I'll probably end up getting a new steering wheel too at some point, because I mean, it's not terrible condition, but it is a little worn in some spots. All right, we're going on 12 minutes now. This is getting kind of long. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't checked out Right Foot Down, you'll see that logo at the bottom of this video. I'm going to probably toss it up from now on. But thanks for watching. Subscribe. I've got more M3 content coming. Happy New Year, and thanks again. All right, guys. Peace.